I think most people won't admit it, but it does. And I think a couple of reasons is because the other person you're dating is a reflection of you. So I mean, if you don't want to go lower than you because it's a reflection of your taste or your class or whatever you want to call it. So I think it does have some sort of reason why you do that. And also thinking is different too. If you go to a poor person, you're not gonna have the same thinking, so you won't click in the first place. So most people stick with the same class.
I haven't ever in 10 years. This is sort of the first person I've ever really dated, and his social class I think is pretty equal to mine. I'm not really sure about that. You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to take over anybody and me be responsible for paying their bills or making their car payments, to be honest with you, on that. I'd help them with some expenses, but so to me I'd want people to be able to pay their own way, you know, not going to come to me to pay their phone bill and buy their clothes. So
Yeah, I mean, going out with Vicky, I don't feel there's a social class or any classes and no boundaries. We just go out and enjoy and have fun.
have some good times together.
No,
No, not
obviously
really.
not for her.
I was
No,
the sugar
it doesn't.
mama.
Not on its surface, but I mean, in effect, it does. Just simply because you're going to be in the same social circles. People tend to group themselves together by class, and it just I don't know if it's a conscious thing or what. I don't know. For me, it's kind of unconscious. I just kind of gravitate toward the people that I feel most comfortable with, and I mean, it wasn't a conscious thing, but I'm sure it played a part.
Totally. I do not want to broke
Yeah, definitely.
gold digging.
Because don't get me wrong, we may seem like we do what we do and party and stuff, but I have an education. I worked where I had to be, spend my own money to get where I'm at. So if I have to work for it, I don't see why someone else can come into my life and take what I have for free, just because you look good.
Tough question. I wouldn't say their social class at that point matters, but whether or not they're driven to go further in life, that would matter.
To me, no. It depends more on the person. It depends on more their aspirations in life. So I guess you could kind of say it does in a way, because their aspirations could tie into what you define as their class. If a person's in lower class and they don't feel like doing anything with their lives or going anywhere, then chances are I probably wouldn't want to date them.
Yeah.
But
To me, it definitely does. Not so much to do with the quality of the person, but to kind of determine where your lives are going to go. I think that your class level kind of teaches you a lot about what to expect from your life, and to make a relationship work, you have to have similar expectations. So it's definitely not the determining factor, but it's definitely something to consider if there's a large class discrepancy.
You know, that's an interesting question. I guess in some ways it does, just because if you're used to living a certain lifestyle, it may be a little bit more difficult to relate with someone who may not be in your same social class, and not even just relating, but one side may feel uncomfortable. So if someone who, if say I was upper class and the person I was dating or I was married to was from a lower class, they may just feel uncomfortable being around my family and friends because they're not
how to act.
Yeah, so in some ways, I don't know if that's a reason to just turn somebody down, but when you think long term, there may be some issues that just linger on and you may not be able to get over.
I think the main difference with that being important is the common denominators as far as raising children and being able to, have a similar belief system, or, having enough in common that you don't fight constantly.
I don't think so. If you really love someone and if you're really interested in them, why should it matter? I know some people are like, oh, you're rich, so I'm going to marry you for money. I need someone to support me. But marriage is about love. It's not about what you got in your pocket. It's about how you really feel about that person.
No, it is not. Their personality matters. Their character matters, as far as, like I said, integrity, and their physical characteristics can matter. But their social class is really, it can matter, but it's down the list for sure.